Because if you look back in the 1970s when we were $283 billion in debt, that debt by foreign holdings was only 5%. In 1990, we reached $2.4 trillion in debt. Boy, don't we wish we were back there again. But our foreign holdings were about 19%. Today, we are $8.4 trillion and 47% of our debt is in foreign holdings. Now, those foreign holdings, as you can see there at the top portion, 50% of those foreign holdings is with China. And I think that we can all agree that China does not have the same value system that we do, and that there are times when we don't agree with China, and I don't know that we want to be beholden to a country that we don't have agreement with. Okay, so that's there's actually one projection where they talk about how the amount of debt that we have, we could literally, the Chinese could literally produce 3 joint strike fighters a week and still put $50 billion in the bank. And so they're building up their military on our dollars. Now, when I first started about 9 weeks ago with town halls, and I would ask the question about where did people think our greatest problem was with debt, with building up debt. What I heard from people was if we just cut the earmarks, and if we just cut the foreign aid, that we could really balance our budget. And this slide is to show you that we could do both of those things and not come anywhere near balancing our budgets, because it only represents about 2.11% of all of our spending. There's also an argument for cutting waste, fraud, and abuse, and I am not saying that we shouldn't evaluate every one of these pieces of our budget. Every piece of our budget should be looked at, every one of them. But we also have to understand what the drivers are in order to be able to get to a possible solution. So yes, we need to look at these, but it is not what's going to cause, not what's going to allow us to be able to get to a balance. Okay? So here is what has been recommended by our budget committee. There's a plan called the Path to Prosperity. Many of you may have heard about this in the news. And what I'm trying to do here is to once again show you, going back to just 1968, that the percentage of GDP is somewhere between 18 and 20%, although we have gone up now to be 25%. And if we continue, there's the path in the red. If we continue, the path to prosperity starts to bend the curve. Now, it doesn't get us to a balance as quickly as I'd like to. And I'm going to admit that to you all. It doesn't go as fast as I'd like to. But to get any faster than that is very, very, very difficult to do. So what the Path to Prosperity does with the recommendations in there is to start to bend the cost curve and to bring it back down to being able to finally balance our budget. You can see that somewhere around 2025, we get back to that balance again about the percentage of our GDP as compared to our revenue, somewhere between 18 and 20%. Okay, next slide, please. This is the choice of two futures. And this slide helps us to be able to see very quickly that we can either choose the path to prosperity or we can choose the current path we're on. And I don't think any of us want to do that for our future, especially for our children and grandchildren. Okay, next one. I like this slide a lot because what this slide does is it shows that we here in America, and specifically in Congress, have become used to using a credit card. We can do that in our homes, and I'm sure that if I asked all of you in here, you would probably tell me that at some point in time you have more credit card debt than what you wanted to. But you can become accustomed to living on a credit card. And you can see that the red represents the spending, and the green represents our tax revenue. So again, I talked about somewhere between 18 and 20%. You see that we stayed there, except for here was an increase in spending. It came back down in the late 1990s, and you can see that there was actually a period here where because I know that there will be some questions, so I want to roll through this rather quickly, and then we can come back and talk a little bit more about this again. Skyrocketing costs of gas prices, we see back in 2009, the average cost of a gallon of gasoline was $1.84. Today is $3.91. What causes that? Let's go through this and see some of the things that cause that. Very disappointed that this current administration is blocking what we need here in this country is to go after our own resources and become energy independent.
Oh yeah, let's pollute more.
We have a blocking of that because 98% of our federal outer and continental shelf is leased. 95% of the onshore federal funds are unleased. Let's go to the next real thing. Okay, I'm going to talk about speculation in just a second.
Speculation,
okay? I will talk about.
President Obama just passed
I will talk
drilling in the
about
Arctic National
speculation
Wildlife.
in a minute, okay?
This is propaganda.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, the long-term impacts of this moratorium have been in the Gulf, 24,000 jobs have been lost, and across the nation, 36,000 jobs have been lost as a result of that. Go to the next one. Here's what President Obama said just recently here in March when he visited Brazil, is we want to work with you. We want to help you with technology and support to develop these oil reserves safely, and when you're ready to start selling, we want to be your best customer. The United States could not be happier with the potential for a new stable source of energy. Well, he admits, we do not have a stable source of energy right now. With all of the unrest in the Middle East, which does affect the speculation, which does affect the price, we do not have that. But we have, and I'm going to show you in a minute, what we have here in this country of ours is much more oil than what they have even around the world. And so our president, yes, it is true, so just a second.
How do you know this?
In addition to supporting foreign energy providers, the administration has proposed new taxes, taxes on American energy companies, and taxes on American manufacturing.
Let them pay taxes first.
I hope that you're here to learn also, okay?
What do you think we're not?
Tell the truth.
Asinine. You're not here in the Army?
I will have
Every day,
you if
lady.
you do not be considerate. Yes, I will. No, no, sir. But people
There you go.
people have come here to hear what's being said. So
Instead of propaganda?
let's be respectful of everyone. So let's just wait until I'm finished, sir. I will answer your questions and give you an opportunity. Okay. Go to the next slide, please. This is a proposal from this current administration. What he wants to do is he's proposing a new government office that will monitor your driving and require you to pay a tax on how much you drive. Now, you may like that. I don't like that. Also, this is going to cost us $200 million for a new department to do this. Next slide. What are we doing in the House? We want to stop government policies that are driving up gas prices. We want to expand the American energy so that we can become oil independent. We do not have to depend on other countries. It creates jobs in the world.
Let's talk about the speculative nature of oil.
Let's give you an example of how it creates jobs. North Dakota and the Bakken fields is drilling.
Shell
Do
oil?
you know what the percentage rate of their unemployment is there? 3%.
And they can burn your drinking water.
They also do not have a deficit in their state because the oil drilling there is producing jobs and it is also producing energy for our country. Okay, we want to promote all the above strategies. People will say to me, we should have renewable energy. I don't disagree with that. Renewable energy is part of the solution. But we've got to have all of them. Not any Okay, go to the next one. Let's go to the next slide, because I want to get to the one. Here are 3 actions that we took just last week to help to open up these oil fields so that we can start drilling. If the president agrees that it's good for Brazil, why is it not good for the United States? And so these are 3 things that were passed in the House. Ending the administration's de facto drilling moratorium in the Gulf of Mexico. Let them drill, continue to drill. Require the administration to move forward in conducting offshore leasing sales in the Gulf of Mexico and Virginia. Both of them want it, and this is a way to get the administration to move forward, as well as lifting the president's ban on new offshore drilling. He just came out in the last couple of days, I believe it was yesterday or maybe Saturday, and said he is willing to do all of these things. So we're in agreement. He's willing to do these things. Okay, next one.
Once again, the corporations win.
Go to the next
Who's your
slide,
biggest
please,
contributor?
because I want to show how much resources we have. Go to the
Oh, I
next.
haven't begun to screen.
Okay. I don't make this up. This comes as a report from the Congressional Research Services. It shows how much world oil, natural gas, and coal recoverable resources that we have by countries. The United States is by far and large the largest of those recoverable energy sources. We need to become energy independent here in this country so that we're not depending on this instability around the world. Okay, next one. Now, these are my contact pieces of information, and I am going to open it up for questions, but I really do ask that we all be respectful of one another.